Hello and good morning. So, as I said in my previous podcast, I will continue the discussion for the COBIT architecture. Uh, this time will be COBIT components. COBIT components is composed of seven um, components that we have practices in COBIT framework in a organization or company. So, this will be the process, organization structure, very simple policies and procedure, or PPP, information flows, cultural ethics behavior, and people skills and competence, services structure and applications. Let's discuss um, the first one. Organization that design their IT process to achieve successful framework. So process, I repeat, organization that design their IT processes to achieve successful framework. So it means once you have established a company or organization, it must have a IT processes to establish to have a so we call a successful framework to achieve successful framework. If you don't have this, you don't have a good architecture of a framework that's established in your company. You must have a IT process. Yeah, you have a IT infrastructure for your back end data center, or you have a process for how the platforms works. You have a orientations, and you have a um, organization structure, how to export and services in terms of IT management infrastructure, or this platform or system that delivers a good governance in your company organizations. Okay, this will be included into process components. So organization structure, you must have a executive stakeholder from IT department to perform critical roles in government process. So it means you must have an IT governance hierarchical uh, um, executive stakeholder structure that handles the critical roles and implementation and implementing in terms of update technology trends for the as a good governance for the process of the structure of the company. So it means you must appoint a IT manager, vice president, senior president, and president of the IT department. That includes all critical roles that handles the critical risk and uh, um, implementation process and um, implementing technology trends implementing in your platform. Example, there are the directors of data architecture, directors of infrastructure, directors of networking, directors of software development. There are the executive stakeholders that uh, practice the critical roles, how the system um, work properly and affects the good governance process of the organization of the company. So principles, policy, procedure, it's related to company guidance outline to the platform of governance systems that working around on the organizational framework of COBIT of the company. So it's focused on creates, maintains, and enforces rules and guidance so that organization is considered as organizational framework. So it means it will we will create they will create uh, house rules, maintain maintenance, and pursuit of the implementation, how the system works or the platform works within the organization process inside the framework. Is that clear? Okay. So information flows. It's move. It is the information moves between people and system as functional government. This will be considered as the company data. So company data, if you have company data, especially big company, you have a implemented data architecture, how the data flows, how data is working, how the data uh, storing in storage like a data warehouse. It's considered as a data infrastructure for the information moves between people and system. So it's considered the data infrastructure, data privacy, data architecture, which will be how the process of data working in a platform. Then culture, ethics, behavior. It's considered in the working environment, this user friendly of the platform, robustness, and how the system very very approachable to the end user, to the business user, how affect their working environment, how they affect the productivity and performance of the user, and how affect uh, the accuracy of data that comes from the client and deliberate from the business user, which is the plat and from the user and the client of sorry, from the user and the end user business user of the platform. That's it. So that's as stated, conceptual and tasking culture, ethics behavior to enhance governance system, productive and performance system will be depends on the productivity and performance of the accuracy of the process flow of the governance systems that will be based on performance and productivity. So how the culture of understanding the system, how the culture of understanding the user, how the culture of practicing the platform with the clients, and how the practicing the instructional flow by implementing on the training of the user and the clients. Okay, people skills and competence. So competency, knowledge, and skill sets. These are the main ingredients of ability of people who work in organization working on the platform of the systems or governance system. Usually, this competence you must be have competency or competitive knowledge, adapted knowledge, and skill sets of set of tools that in um, recipe for those to be considered successful organization in terms of governance system. Some of the companies must have the big companies, you must have adaptive knowledge and competency to have a great skill set capability to work in a platform. Example, if you have in an IT company, you must have adaptive knowledge into skillful in hybrid cloud, in Azure, and other cloud technologies that in current trends technologies right now in the corporate industry. So your employee must have trained, knowledgeable, and adaptive knowledge or easy to adapt those knowledges that they have gained from the training to apply in their work as a good organizational IT process as a good governance system or platform. So that lead on their effective work platform or governance system. Is that clear? Services infrastructure application. It's focused on IT services support from infrastructure and application to function successfully. So it's focused on IT services support and infrastructure. These are uh, the technical support who work in 24/7 to maintain and guide the user what will do on the issues on the issues that they are encountered in the governance system. Usually, in technical side, they are the uh, IT department, IT people that support services for the infrastructure application that help the organization to make good process and functional properly with a successful governance system within the COBIT framework. So they are the people who are responsible to support the end user and the client for the issue that they encountered and maintenance of the platform within the framework as good governance system or platform. Thank you. So this is the component COBIT architecture. So if you have questions, just email me in jpam205@hotmail.com. Thank you and good morning.